And I'm trying to find a literary agent because I want to go through the route of going through like a big publisher or any publisher that I can with trying to get my book out into the world. And obviously that doesn't always work out, and self-publishing is a lot more common than it used to be. And it is a route that I'm, considering as well if I don't get a literary agent. But I'm going to tell you a bit of the pros and cons for both sides. So the pros and cons with self-publishing, I would say there's a lot more cost involved with self-publishing. Like, yes, you can go through Amazon and just put your book on there, but if you want someone to do design, or if you want to, sell your books at like pop-up markets, which is what you can do, there's just a lot more cost involved. On the other side of that, with going through a literary agent or publisher, they front the costs. So that is a con with self-publishing. But on the other side, self-publishing, you get a lot more of the profits. You don't get as big of a profit from selling books and stuff with a mainstream publisher, because, you get a literary agent, they take a cut of it. And publishing, because there's a lot more cost involved that they do, they get kind of a bigger cut from it. So, but on the other side of that, they can put your book out a lot easier. There's a lot more promotions that they can do, so you do get kind of more value in that sense because you can sell a lot more copies. Self-publishing, you have to do all the marketing yourself, kind of like I'm doing myself, like through TikTok and YouTube. I'm trying to promote my book before I get a publisher, just to kind of get people interested. But if I was to do self-publishing, this is my way of kind of marketing it, in that kind of sense. So there is those pros and cons with self-publishing or go through a mainstream publisher. Now, that's not to say that self-publishing is bad and you can't get your book out there. If you look at, for example, Lauren Roberts, her first book, Powerless, she self-published that before she got picked up by a mainstream publisher. So there is that can happen. It's not always very common. Publishers nowadays are looking at who's self-publishing, if they're getting popular, because if they're getting popular, they usually want to jump onto that. So there is that kind of thing. So it can, be good sometimes self-publishing, because you can get picked up by bigger publishers because people are taking interest. So